What's going on, people? How you doing? It has been a while indeed, but we are back here on Top 6 Fan TV, right here in the locker room. Matthew is the name. The gang is assembled. Manzi from the red half of United. Sly from the blue, slightly gloomy half of London. And Mr. Jonah, who has left his jersey on the red side of Merseyside, but suddenly feeling feeling fantastic after a weekend in which results went for the boys, Klopp's boys, should I say.
Clearly,
And we have much to discuss. Mode. Indeed. Much to discuss, ladies and gentlemen. Squeeky Bum time is here, and we'll get into it right after this.
Bukayo Saka! Anthony! Salah! Beautiful from Ogbania! Bane! There goes Haaland. He's on.
Fantastic. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you are most welcome to the locker room right here on Top 6 Fan TV. Thank you for joining us. Do feel free to hit the subscribe button, drop a like, drop your comments, participate as much as you would like to. You are most welcome to the show. And gentlemen, Squeeky Bum time, like I mentioned, is here. It's been a fantastic week of action in the English Premier League, involving the big boys, the top three drama everywhere across the park. And we're suddenly having a spectacle of a running to behold. And we will start from Merseyside, where Liverpool welcomed Brighton in what was an interesting start that suddenly sent nerves. But Liverpool overcoming that 2-1, the final score, goals from Luis Diaz and who else but Mo Salah cancelling out a fantastic shot from the disciple from Arsenal and United, because he actually played for both, Danny Welbeck. 2-1, fantastic result. Jonah, your take on that game? An emotionally charged Anfield, of course, driving the result home for Liverpool. What was your take on that one before we go to the biggest game of the weekend?
Yeah, man. It's like I've said here on this podcast before, on this show before, Liverpool games, it's never easy, man. Like every game it's like we have to struggle every game. There's no game, especially this season, there's no game where we come in and just wash guys and go. Even the games where the scoreline will reflect like we washed guys, somehow we'll concede first, and our enemies will get excited for a bit. The banter will flow. Somehow we still win, but as a fan, I'll tell you it's not easy. Emotionally, it's not easy. I have grown a few years. I've got some gray hair in my beard recently. My eyes are starting to go, wearing glasses. The pressure is a bit much, man. Like every game is a final for us. So, and your sleeper agent, Danny Welbeck, from both my enemy teams, had to be the one to score in 3 minutes. Then we have to start looking for 2 goals or 3 goals. We scored a goal with Luis Diaz. The refs called it offside. It was stress. And of course, all of that with the backdrop of we need to do something before the City and Arsenal game. So there was that pressure as well.
So now first put the press release down, huh?
Guys, say something. Okay, Sly, your take on the game. I can see you're itching.
Hey, what do you mean, bro? These guys are so informed right now. Yeah, they're informed as their star players are coming back. The team they've realized so many different gems across their different squads. Yeah. How much have we all spent on central midfielders? Okay, Manzi, you don't know about these things of spending, but still, like, Arsenal went out there, spent money on a central midfielder. We went out and bought like 3 central midfielders, and Liverpool just found a gem out of nowhere that's probably playing better than, he's like on European level contention. Like, And on top of that, Salah's coming into the fray and all of that. So that's what I'm saying. Chill the press release, man. Because like at the end of the day, you guys are flying. You're winning when you are not supposed to, or when things are tough. And that always happens during a championship run.
Do they stay there, Manzi? That win for Liverpool, taking them, and I know we'll go into the next result. Obviously, we know it was. We'll get to the draw between Manchester City and Arsenal, but that result there, taking Liverpool 3 points, actually 2 points ahead of the Arsenal, and obviously a good number of points, 3 points ahead of Manchester City. Do Liverpool stay there, stay there and win the title, Manzi? Hey, Manzi, on mute, man.
Hey, sorry, man. I was judging myself. Well, I was saying I don't think they stay there, as in they stay on top of the table until the end of the season. They could have some changes, first, second, third. They'll be moving within those 3 positions because City and Arsenal will be winning some games, and I hope they'll drop some points as well. However, yeah, it's not about who is on top of the table now. It's about who is on top of the table at the end, right? So I was shocked that Liverpool struggled with Brighton. They should be washing them away, but like Jonas said, Liverpool, they don't do things easily. Like they don't just want to win the trophy easily. So I think that stress they put on themselves, that pressure they put on themselves, is what brings gray hair in the fans' beards and on their heads. But they're in it. They either win it or come second, but they're right in it.
And just to Mo Salah obviously being critical there, laying on a sort of mini assist that got deflected onto Luis Diaz for that equalizer, and then scoring the winner there. Jonah, how pivotal? Of course, we know Mo Salah is the king of Merseyside, but how pivotal is he to this particular title race? Because we could see his influence on the pitch, for Liverpool.
That's actually a very good question, Matthew, because Salah generally has been consistent throughout every season that he has played for Liverpool. But this is the first season where he has been out for a long spell. But even without him being out for a long spell, if you look at the other seasons that he has played, and I'll tell you this as a fan, he always kind of goes silent after December, like those first few months while he's playing. He always kind of goes silent. Then he picks up towards the end. And this is irrespective of whether we're in a title race or not. So Salah always picks form in the last few games of the season. So it's going to be very interesting to see the fact that we're actually competing for the title, and Salah inevitably always picks up form in this period, as he's already showing since he came back from injury. So that's going to be very interesting, and I would like to see how that comes out. And also another thing to note with Salah this season in particular is how he has unlocked the creative side of his game. Like you can see him, there's always that argument of, he's selfish, he doesn't pass the ball to Mane and blah, blah, blah. But this season, it's almost like he has taken that thing on his shoulders of, okay, I'm one of the senior players, I have to look for goals. Like you can see him really looking for Darwin and Diaz in particular, and really trying to pull them into the game, even when it's like he had this annoying thing about him a few seasons ago, where if we are already ahead, he becomes selfish and he's like, okay, now I need my second goal or my third goal, etc. But now you can see him really dying to make an assist. And I've also seen him talk about it in interviews, saying he's trying to be more of a creator this particular season.
Very interesting. And of course, that win there, Liverpool, I mean, it's Pep after the Man City Arsenal game, going as far as to declare it's Liverpool's title to lose. Before I move into that game, Fly, do you agree with that statement? Because Liverpool win, put simply, they win their games, they win the title. Yo, Sly, on mute.
Oh snap! Sorry. I was just saying it's easier said than done. It's easier. I feel like we feel like we're muted out of the league, so like we just mute ourselves out of the conversation, you know. But yeah, it's too simply put to say, you know what, if you win all your games, it's yours. Come on, it's very, very tight. Guys have come back from far bigger deficits, you know, and the thing you also have to remember is, and this is not really like just to lay cushion for when we talk about our horrible result, but the teams that are struggling right now, they're Rottweilers, you know. They're gonna fight for every single point because that's survival. That's school fees, like whether your kid stays in private school or he you know, it's serious, man. So those teams are definitely gonna fight. So those guys that we might have considered to be, you know, like easily beatable or whatever throughout the season, you'll meet them now and they're different animals. So I don't look at the table and look for that because I think it's the Premier League. It can easily just kind of, you know, switch up on you. But I do still feel that Liverpool are in the best position in the sense that there's cohesion within the team. You know, even you look at guys like Salah hasn't played as much. You know, Trent hasn't played as much. But like, there's Elliot has popped up. I was mentioning Enzo earlier in the middle has popped up. Like the team is coming together, and then on top of that, they've got like kind of the more experienced senior guys also now coming into the fray, and it's like at the perfect time for them to come into the fray. Because the likes of Salah are thinking, oh my God, like I need to contribute to all this. You know, if you win a freaking medal after playing only, I don't know, 14 games in the season, you don't feel as deserving as the person that has played, you know, 20 plus games. So he's definitely going to put in an effort. And that's why you get results like they got over the weekend, which is that there's going to be certain players that either their experience is going to exude into others, or they're going to just do something that's wild and deserving to win in the points. So, Jonah, you're still favorites, man. Just wear this shirt.
Jonah, you'll have to take that, man. Liverpool's title to lose. And of course, that ushers us into the next game right there, the big one from the weekend. Manchester City welcoming Arsenal to the Etihad, and 0-0, the final score. The shares, obviously, the points were shared amongst them, but not giving them the momentum they needed. Manzi, what was your take on this game? Lost opportunity for both sides?
So when this game was starting, when guys were coming out of the locker rooms and coming onto the pitch, I thought to myself, this game could end in a goalless draw. Okay, that was the best outcome for Liverpool. But when the game began, I think Arsenal were the better side. I think they played better. I was really convinced that Arsenal
with 70% position for Man City.
But my friend, Arsenal was the better side in both halves. City is so fake. I was so shocked that City could fail to score at 81.
From time the Arsenal guy is shooting himself. Come on now, come on.
No, let me tell you, City was very poor. As in, City should have swept Arsenal away. Like, they're at home, they're the better, they're the full squad, KDB, Haaland.
Yeah, man, City haven't been City in a while, man.
Arsenal squad. Like, what is the squad on paper? You're like, this is going to be like 3-1 or 2-1.
No. If we're talking about paper, you
guys. But City is the better side. They should have beaten Arsenal, but Arsenal, of course, have a good defense. They are very poor in converting chances. So 0-0 seemed that both teams were fearing each other, respecting each other. So yeah, they ended up boring us. It was a very boring game.
Honestly, I don't
As much as
remember
I
Arsenal
think
chances. You said Arsenal had chances. I don't remember Arsenal chances.
Okay,
Man,
not
there was
clear
a shot
chances
that
like
came
they,
in.
they had.
Honestly,
Eight
honestly,
shots.
I didn't even watch.
I know,
Shot from
honestly,
sure.
But the
Mateta,
thing
boss.
is, those guys were
Man,
fencing.
the guy
This is
received,
Olympics.
guy
This is guys
received a throw, man.
you know?
Eh? Guy received a throw in
No,
attempt on goal.
yeah, Ateta was the most attack-minded player for
Like-
Arsenal that day.
Yeah.
Okay. No, but speak about
it brought
chances.
it brought some
Go
interesting
ahead, sir.
talking
Go ahead,
points,
sir.
though, right? In terms of like,
Mhm.
sorry, Matthew, go ahead.
No. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that it brought some interesting talking points in terms of like, when Man City won the Champions League final, yeah, they won it, it deserved whatever you want to, like it ticked the boxes, but it wasn't really felt,
I agree.
whether opposition, whether, rival fans, whatever it is. When Liverpool won in freaking in Istanbul,
19.
that was
sorry.
a vibration across the entire football kind of echelons, right?
Classic match, eh?
When Chelsea won as the first London club to win it, the ripple wasn't as big, but it was like, yo, you struggle with it. It's become too kind of tick box right now. So that's why you will find a final, or what should have been played as a final, between City and Arsenal, who are both vying for the title. It should have been a clash of titans.
Yeah.
But, I don't want the channel to get cancelled, so I won't use the words I really want to use, but it was just a clash of, it wasn't lions. It was like the other feline, the domesticated feline. And what the hell was that? I didn't even watch the game. Honestly, I didn't watch the game. But in the back of my head, I was like, okay. And that's what it was. Guys were just jousting each other. No, man, let's go at each other. If you're going to win it, man. And say, yeah, I freaking won it, But,
I mean, Jonah, I don't know what your take is there. It's like...
Jonah, over to you. How was the game?
Okay. No, Sly brings up an interesting point, and I want to touch on that. But first, I'll say what my thoughts were before the game and what my thoughts were through the game. Then I'll get to what Sly said, because that's very interesting. So my thoughts before the game, obviously as a Liverpool fan, and it's weird, other Liverpool fans, majority of Liverpool fans wanted Arsenal to win. And I'm like, are you guys crazy? These guys are already ahead on the table. If they win, they stay on top. And then we have to chase them. And they're like, yeah, but it's better to chase them than chase City. I'm like, but it's not either or. They could draw. And if they draw and we win our game, then we go on top. Then we have to, like Matthew said, it's in our hands to lose, right? But it's surprising that many Liverpool fans, both Ugandan guys, my buddies, and online, the international crew, were all saying we prefer Arsenal to win. And I think that's the trauma that City has done to us over the years, that we just hate them so much. We don't want to see them win anything. We want them to lose. Even a draw is not enough for them. We want them to lose. Now, that being said, I want to go into maybe the third point of City for me, they haven't been City this season. There's something about them that they seem vulnerable. They just seem like, you see Haaland, like there's this, now everyone is catching up to it, but there's been this almost silence thing about him that no one wants to say, that he's kind of clumsy. He's kind of, he has been figured out to some degree. He still bangs goals. He's still the top scorer, but you don't feel him. Huh? Like there's this guy I saw on TikTok who was talking about, there's a trend, sorry that I'm going on for a bit, but there's a trend that started in basketball where they were talking about, let's forget about the 90s. So they were saying, let's not dwell too much on historics, on past players and blah, blah, blah. And they've been bringing stats out of how Drogba didn't score that many goals and didn't assist enough. You guys have been saying that stuff, right? Right? You've been saying that stuff.
Even the Man U guys.
I know people that
Even
like
Thierry Henry never scored in any final and blah, blah, blah. But this one guy on TikTok said, look, me, I'm old enough to have watched those days and to still be watching these days. And we have what we call the eye test. Forget statistics, forget everything. When you're watching a game, there's some players who you see influencing a game and you're like, wow. KDB is one of those players, right? In the modern game. Back in the day, we had the Thierrys, we had the Drogbas, we had the Gerrards, who you just feel on the pitch, you just feel like he's in charge of this game. Now, Haaland, for me, I don't feel it. I don't feel like, you just don't. You feel like he can be stopped, right? So that was the second point of. I just felt like Arsenal, like Manzi said, Arsenal could have beaten these guys if they came out and they said, "Yo, we're not scared of you. Let's." Instead of playing haram football, that Sam Allardyce football, you could have come out and said, "Let's beat these guys," because they're not as strong as we think they are.
Yeah,
that's my
but
thing.
you see, like Jonah, they're also a bit cagey though.
Yeah.
They're also a bit cagey because they'll come at you. They could switch it up very quick. You come at them and say, "Okay, let's play football." Guess what? Those guys get switch on and that.
But so what? Let's do it. Let's see who has more quality. And I believe
That's what I was saying. Yeah, we're together.
Let's just go blow for blow, and we see. And going back to your statement slide, if Arsenal see themselves as true challengers, they shouldn't be coming to Etihad to be conservative. They should come and say, "Hey, we can come to your home and be better than you."
Yeah.
They should have that.
But on paper, but on paper, are they in truth?
Guys, chill that
better
on paper, bro. On paper, like we should be winning the league. We should be challenging for the league.
Exactly. On paper, Chelsea has one of the best teams in the league, if not the best team.
Come on.
No. Chelsea is one for
plays out different, man.
Seriously.
But on a serious note, it was a game of chess because Arteta. My view,
that's what I'm talking about. What we?
No,
man. But Matthew, where's the love gone, man? Where's the love gone? Like you guys were celebrating that draw. I didn't like that. I wanted you guys to be like,
me
so ambitious.
They've been celebrating Cameron, man.
By the way, hey, slide out of this game. But guys, in all honesty, Martin Odegaard mentioned that it was bittersweet because. We had this is the first time we hadn't lost at the Etihad in I don't know how long, by the way. Right? We have been pumped 4-0, 3-0.
You see, but that's irrelevant to this season.
So what's that to do with anything, man?
It's like those are ambitions of Southampton.
Manzi, remember those days? Let me ask, Manzi, remember those days we would say how Arsenal fans would celebrate grow-ins? Remember those days?
Yeah, let me see.
Those are irrelevant because, even now, that's why you hold on to the invincible era thing so much because you think that, guys have won the league title, and as much as they haven't lost, they've accumulated more points than you. Guys have gone through a season, and that, but you're. Show the statistics. But at the end of the day,
hold on.
Step in
hold on. Jonah, hold on, slide. Let me pull Jonah in on Liverpool. What was your result at the Etihad?
1-1.
Season? Yeah.
1-1.
Sly, what was your result at the Etihad? Chelsea.
I think that's irrelevant.
You guys done?
Yeah, no, but see,
no.
You should follow up. You should follow up. Our result was 1-1. Our result was 1-1, but we left that place feeling we should have won. Like we were not happy with that. I would rather they beat us 4-0 and we say, hey.
No, at the end of the day, it was a draw because you see, we were trying to change.
You guys celebrated a draw.
We were not trying to get a draw from that.
If it was any other season, and you were maybe chasing Champions League, you could have said, okay, yeah, we're just chasing a draw, it's fine. But in a championship chasing season, you can't celebrate a draw. You should want to win everyone.
Well, Matthew, don't let these guys intimidate you. You're winning the league.
Hey, Yes, my friend. Talk to them. Points dropped tonight.
Yeah, don't be
And
intimidated.
Sly, you shouldn't
man,
even be
please.
speaking.
Always,
Anyway,
Matthew, you know
moving
what,
on.
right?
I mean,
So Matthew, what
Manzi,
you're
I
trying
want
to
you to
say is
wrap
that
up.
it was an accomplishment for you. Like you're happy
No.
with it. As
It
an
was
Arsenal fan,
I would have taken a win. And by the way, if Trossard had squared that ball to Martinelli instead of taking a shot, interestingly, Salah had a similar chance in the Liverpool game, which he should have squared off, but he also took a shot. Same result, keeper grabbed it. But if Trossard had squared that to Martinelli, we would have snatched it at the end, and that was the game plan. It's just that it did not come off, and we're fortunate to go away with the draw. But also fortunate not to go away with a defeat. And for us, that still keeps us in the title race. Because a defeat would have meant we are behind City, and that would definitely be done. You'd have City, it would be City versus Liverpool. But it still keeps it open as a 3-horse race, which is fantastic. Manzi, your take on what this means for the three teams. 9 games to go. Who takes it for you? Who has the tougher running between the three? And is it Liverpool's title to lose, or do you see them slipping up? And who will take advantage of that slip up? Man City or Arsenal?
I have not looked at the fixtures well to analyze who has an easier running and who doesn't. But I still think that for me, it's between Liverpool and Arsenal. It's a 3-horse race. City can come back, but like Jonas said, City, there's something about City that is off. So I think if Arsenal continues playing the way they're playing, because there's something I realized, Raya coming in for Ramsdale has really solidified their campaign. Where last season Ramsdale would make errors, there's a way in which Raya gives confidence to the team. You know, when you're a striker, you're scoring, they're scoring. You just score, I mean, man, you can lose gas. You'll be like, you know what? All my effort is being undone. So I think Raya and that defense gives them that edge where they can get those 1-0 wins. Whereas, but also you see Liverpool has Keller, who is now also on fire when it comes to defense. So still hard to call, but for me, I think this is Arsenal's season. If they don't win it this time, I don't know when they'll win it. But yeah, I'm still giving it to Arsenal until they disappoint us.
Sorry, Matthew, let me add something quickly after.
No,
after
Jonas,
Manzi.
this is yours. This is yours, and you come in. So Manzi, that actually means you expect Liverpool to slip up, right? Where do you see Jonah? If that is to happen, Jonah, what are the banana skins for Liverpool?
Yeah. Thank you for bringing that up. First, I wanted to add to what Manzi said. All banter aside, before the international break, Arsenal was the most informed team. Even after the international break, if we are being really serious and talking statistics and strategy and all this stuff, a draw is not so bad for them at Etihad. Like if they had risked, like Sly says, now for me, who is a radical football fan, I would rather lose than be conservative. But if we're being really sensible, a draw is a good result at the Etihad, and then now you figure out the rest of the games. Now the banana skins, well, for us, there's United coming up. United, everyone has a good time with them. But when they reach us, they become serious. I don't know why. I don't know why you guys wake up on us. Here, Sheffield, you are struggling. But somehow on us, you become so serious.
You guys, that FA Cup, please don't let FA Cup blind you. That was
you guys, you woke up on us. Because, by the way, honestly, you are the better team that day. That's just the truth. Yes, we got many chances, but so did you. Rashford hit the post like 2 times. He shot wide, I don't know how many times. Why did we allow you to get those many chances? United wake up on us.
That's FA Cup. In Premier League, my friend, things are different.
Another banana skin. I think all of us have to play Spurs. Matthew, am I mistaken? We all have to play Spurs, right?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying we all have to play Spurs. Yes. Now Spurs is also tricky for everyone. So there is that,
But you see, Liverpool have Spurs at Anfield, and Sly, I'll bring you in for talk about the Spurs effect, right? Liverpool have Spurs at Anfield. Arsenal have to go away to Spurs, right? And in terms of Man City, Man City also have to go away to Spurs. So it's only Liverpool of the three that have Spurs at home. And as we know, Anfield is a different atmosphere to the Etihad and the Emirates, especially with Jurgen Klopp leaving. So do you feel Spurs will be the banana skin that determines the title?
No, I think it's gonna be a very unknown. Like I was saying at the top of the show, it's at
Luton.
this point now you've got certain people. There's certain clubs that have been pushed into a corner. I mean, at the extreme end of the scale, you're talking about the guys fighting relegation, and the kind of fight they're gonna bring, and then it's your traditional. And I think that the Arsenal and City game was kind of, let's say, clear about it, in the sense of like your tradition. Like guys would rather say, okay, it's top six, right? So top six in total. I'm looking at 6 threes. I'm looking at 18 points. Yeah. So if I'll find where I will sacrifice and just kind of be like, you know what? If a player decides to be, extraordinary and do something amazing, that's great. But otherwise, it's become more statistical. It's become more mathematical. And so we might sit here and say, oh yeah, Spurs is on paper again the likely, banana skin. But what I'm trying to say is the banana skin right now is actually the ones that you're not seeing, the people that you were expecting so much lesser. We are a banana skin as a club right now in terms of results. Chelsea will just will wake up and wake up
Who has spoken?
retarded.
No.
Like it's gonna come with, sorry, go on.
Now, who has brought Chelsea into this conversation? There's going to be a time for Chelsea. When we get to the relegation section.
No, but isn't someone? Isn't someone playing Chelsea?
You guys, you fear us right now.
Isn't someone playing Chelsea?
Hey, we're playing Chelsea like tomorrow. Tomorrow.
No, not you guys. I mean, someone in the title race.
Yes, Arsenal is playing Chelsea. And the City have Chelsea. City also have no, that's FA Cup. Man, Arsenal has Chelsea, you guys. It's going to be a problem.
It's only Arsenal.
Hey,
but
let me tell you, Chelsea will banana skin you guys.
Chelsea going to banana skin us. Let's pull in some comments, guys, coming in from the virtual audience. Cleo Fasia Bagubiri, I know he's a Man United fan. He said Liverpool looks poised for this one. They come very strong on small teams and tough on strong ones. So Man United fan there, basically saying that it's Liverpool's title to lose, agreeing with Guardiola right there. And I must say I agree with him. An emotionally charged Liverpool is going to be difficult for them to drop points. I do see a potential banana skin there for them in not necessarily the match against United. That's going to be an interesting one. But I think Liverpool will come out on top, will avenge their defeat in the FA Cup. But they do have 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth game before the fifth last game is away to Everton, a Merseyside derby, which usually is not a big deal. But Everton is likely to be in the relegation zone at this time. So that's going to make for a very interesting one. They obviously also have Spurs coming to Anfield. And then they have to go away to Aston Villa, the second last game, which could be Aston Villa battling Spurs for fourth place. That could be an interesting one as well for Liverpool, and we'll see what happens. We have to leave the title race at that, gentlemen, and move on to the Kings of Faggy Time. Who got Faggy timed? Manchester United. Manchester United going away to Brentford and doing what they do best these days, it seems, not applying sufficient pressure to kill off the games during the matches. during regulation time, and waiting for extra time to summon. I don't know whether to call it the demon, the devil, or the angels, or the spirit of Sir Alex Ferguson to go away with, to nick games. But this time, they left red-faced, and Mr. Eric Ten Hag found it very difficult to explain why a 96-minute goal by Mason Mount was not able to be protected. And Mr. Ayer there from Brentford Christopher Ayer being assisted by none other than Ivan Toney to nick a late equalizer for Brentford right there. Manzi, your take on that? What does this mean for United's chances of securing the top 4 or even top 5? Because you see, there is rumors that if the English teams do well in the European Champions League and Europa and so on, that could open up a 5th place Champions League entry route. But even that is looking a bit shaky right now, because in 4th place, just recapping the table, of course, we now have Liverpool on top, Arsenal second, Liverpool 67 points, Arsenal 65, Man City 64, and then you have Aston Villa on 59 points, 2 ahead of Spurs, who are on 57 points. But that result there leaves United in 6th place on 48 points, and they have goal difference of 0 still standing, and so they have their work cut out to dislodge Spurs and Aston Villa in 4th and 5th respectively. Manzi, your take on the game?
First of all, United fans should just forget top 4. That one is a myth. It can never happen. Even this 6th place that we are in is very precarious, because we're on 48. I think the team in 7th is around 45 or 46.
46.
46. They can overtake us. The guys ahead of us are some 10 points ahead, 57, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, there's 10 points.
So that's 3 wins in a row. Forget about United winning 3 games in a row. So speaking about the Brentford game, we were so lucky not to lose that game. They had like 3 shots on the crossbar, on the upright, on the lower crossbar. Brentford were really unfortunate. So United scoring the 96th minute was a really blow for them. But I think God being God, God being just, to say that these guys cannot win, so he gave them an equalizer in the 99th. That says 2 things. One, how hopeless is United after failing to score for 90 minutes? You score in the 90, and you fail to defend for 3 more minutes. Like, that's stuff that I think Mourinho would have
2 minutes.
The defenders for. No, fail to defend just 2 minutes. Or put the ball in the corner, break guys' legs. What? Just don't allow the other team to equalize. So, I think Brentford deserved to win. Brentford was the better team. A draw is a win for United in this case. So United continues to perform poorly. Our next game is Chelsea. Now United is poor, but like I've mentioned here before, Chelsea is too poor. So at least that one you can be sure that we'll beat Chelsea. But on Sunday, Liverpool.
So why do you got to chat about us? Like, there was no reason to bring it. There was literally
let me
no.
just remind you. Sly, let me remind you what he said a few shows back.
Yeah.
Let me remind you what he said. He said United is too poor, but Chelsea is poverty. And then when I take that, I'm pinning that on my wall here.
Yeah. So I think we'll beat Chelsea, but we'll lose to Liverpool. And that means now getting 5th position is also out of reach.
It will be a bit tricky. I mean, let's have this comment before Sly. Sly is itching to come in there. But let's have this comment from Reno Kabachela, United fan. This man here says, I can't believe Jonah is giving up on Haaland soon. The dude is invincible, whether on form or not. Obviously, not agreeing with Jonah's assessment that Haaland has.
Reno doesn't watch football. That guy follows on Twitter.
Reno, shots fired, man. We need another comment from you, man.
Matthew, you need to create a podcast for basketball. Then Reno can say something, or hip hop.
Come on.
Wow.
I think Liverpool guys, I think you can see, yeah, Liverpool guys are on fire. Sly, I'm going to bring you in here. Obviously, Brentford
What's up?
spoiling the party for Man United, but who takes fourth and fifth right now? Like I mentioned, Aston Villa in fourth, Spurs in fifth. They're separated by 2 points with United. Further, I don't know, man, 48 points. My goodness, you guys catching up. United do have a
That's
game in
9
hand.
points.
Though. Yeah, that's like 9 points, but United have a game in hand, but still, and that game in hand, I don't even know. Man.
It's a tall
The
order.
fact is, United right now is so unpredictable, but like the difference is that they're unpredictable against like opponents that they're supposed to be predictable against. Like it's like
Yeah.
they are losing points where they shouldn't be losing points, and so for them, it's the pride is kicking it. They want that top four slot, but unfortunately, they want it more than they want it on the pitch, so they're not going to get it, And it's
going to be like
the
Liverpool last
best
season. Eh? They will have fun
a little
path,
bit,
but still come short.
Yeah, like a little bit, and so top four, just kind of forget about that. Like honestly, even like I'm not even thinking about. I'm happy if I finish top 10. Like so for them, top four, just forget about it and focus in on trying to build that team because they don't have a team right now, and I really think they'll probably even lose Rashford over the summer. They'll lose a couple of
to
key players. They're gonna
PSG.
just get old. Yeah. So it's
But
the
Sly, just on that. So does Eric Ten Hag stay? Because I mean, we're seeing rumors circulating in the press about potential managers.
just keep him.
I mean,
Give him the time to clean out the closet. Right now, I'm all about letting managers actually have a bit of time.
Give Ten Hag the keys to Manchester. Those guys have never had a great coach like him.
Ten Hag is fake.
by the way, you see,
Slash even
is a
disappeared.
true enemy.
Disappear. No man, you guys, if you give Ten Hag like a 10-year contract, I think we'll come to life.
Honestly, he needs at least 12 years.
UEFA will step in there.
Man, if man, Todd Bowley needs to buy United, man, get some 10-year contracts. You just buy United and then we can see what's up. Man, Jonah, your man Reno Kabachela here, firing back, saying, how can you say I don't watch matches, man? He said, I'm watching Tottenham and West Ham right now. Obviously, that's ongoing. I'm following up on Newcastle and Everton. Tell Jonah I don't argue much about football, but I actually follow Premier League. Jonah, man, the man is firing back. Why you?
Reno, he's watching on his phone app because he did Kapapula. We know. Reno. He's making money. As that Nigerian said, this is business. It's business.
This is business.
I
did business. I did business. Interesting one. Great. Now, final result, and I'm not going to, we're not going to dwell on this one, man. Burnley.
There's nothing to dwell on.
I mean, 2-2 at Stamford Bridge. You can't beat Burnley, man. I mean, Cole Palmer is carrying this team.
They had 10 men. They had 10 men for a
Lion.
Okay, you can't beat 10 men, Burnley.
The guys had 10 men. Even their coach was. Even the rest of it. Let me even send the coach away. That's that you guys can.
Even the coach.
Nothing, man. That guy Cole Palmer, man. What would you do without Cole Palmer? My goodness, that guy has saved your season. But anyway, 10th place not bad. You guys trust the process. But you guys who have like 15-year contracts, man. We'll pray for Chelsea. Just running through some of the other results. from the weekend. Spurs, honorable mention, did defeat Luton 2-1. Son there with the winner, the late winner, that kept them in fifth place. So they're still tight there for the handful of fourth place. And we will be also keeping a close eye on that one. But unfortunately, this show has come to an end. Thank you for the comments. Those in the comment section, Cleophas, Reno, Kabachala. Those who are watching for the first time, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe most importantly. And gentlemen, thank you for jumping in. We will catch up as well in a couple of weeks. It is definitely Squeeky Bum time, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully the best team will win. Have a great week. And hey, as I'm here saying bye, Reno Kabachala sends one in for Jonah. Tell Sly for Sly here. He's saying, right? Tell Sly that Rashford is at United for a long time. It's just a bad season. Sly,
Reno is on fire, eh?
Reno's on fire, man.
Now, tell Renault that the bird is also chatting to another guy as she's chatting to him.
What?
I think that is reference to PSG. I've seen because Kylian Mbappe needs to be replaced.
Jonah, where did your mind go?
Jonah, where did your Jonah was worried. I was like, hey, man, hey, Rashford,
Sly has some files on Reno here, man. I was like, hey.
That's going on here. Anyways, we'll catch up next time, gentlemen, ladies, and everyone else catching. Reno, thanks for the comments, man. Great to have you, and let's have you back.
Hey, man, we need to have Reno on the show, man.
We'll invite you.
Yeah.
We have another Mondays here.
Let's first grab one of those betting sponsors and then invite you.
Yeah, Reno is expensive, man.
It's expensive, man. We can't handle you, Reno, man. Your money is, man. Gentlemen. Au revoir, those in the crowd. Bonne nuit, as the French say as well. Good night. Have a great week, people. Take care.